Today I'm going to show you guys a Philly cheesesteak that's done a la Pizzaiola style. That means a spicy sauce. Yeah, you guys have had steak Pizzaiola, right? Italian-American restaurants especially love it. You know, ideally, I think it's like at the end of the day, the man who makes the pizza would take some of the spicy pizza sauce and throw it on a steak in a frying pan. That's the origin of it. So for us today, we're going to make a delicious Pizzaiola sauce that would be fabulous on just tossed with some pasta or on top of a big meaty steak. But we have some beautiful, very thinly sliced, like literally shaved, boneless ribeye. That's what this is. And if you're going to thinly slice it at home, I would buy a big chunk of boneless ribeye, throw it in the freezer until it really firms up. And then take your knife, super sharp edge, and just kind of shave it off. You can also ask the butcher to do this for you, or you can have a friend named Geno at Geno's at the proper Philly steak station in Philadelphia. I love you, Geno! And Geno is my Philly connection, and he sends me his shaved, beautiful ribeye. So down here, we're going to make a sauce that's a combination of hot peppers and sweet peppers. For the sweet peppers, we're going to make our own roasted red peppers. Now, the reason I do that is twofold. Peppers in a jar are very expensive because you're paying for the labor. It's very easy to make roasted peppers. I also prefer this shape of red pepper. Instead of a very thick, short, fat bell pepper, I like what we call field peppers or mild frying peppers. You get a lot more pepper for your buck. They're very hollow and light. I just prefer the flavor, and it's a more intense red color. So you char these all over. If you have a gas top stove, a gas burning stove, you can literally turn the flame on high and give this a quarter turn every couple of minutes. If you have a broiler and not a gas stove, put your broiler on high, but heads up, if you're charring peppers, anything that you want to get a char on, like a Mexican salsa ingredients or something, leave your oven door slightly ajar, because as this chars, the vegetable is going to start to give off steam. You don't want to keep your head close to the oven when you open it and get hot steam in your face. So leave the oven door ajar if you're going to char there. Once you char your peppers, you put them in a bowl so you can cool them to handle them, like these here. See? Pop a lid on it. I've got one of my little silicone lids here on the bowl. And now when you peel it, this is a good tip. When you peel the char off your peppers, take a paper towel, just like when you make roasted beets and you're pulling the skin off, and use the paper towel so you don't get all that black char underneath your nail beds. It's a lot easier to clean your hands if you clean the pepper with a little paper towel. Okay, so then you have them, and run your knife through them. And then when it comes to the onion, you're going to take a large softball-sized onion with a yellow skin or a white skin. When we deal with onions, if you're going to make onion rings, you need to give the onion feet. You trim the bottom so it sets nice and steady, and then you can thinly slice it, and you have stability. The onion isn't rolling away from you. In this case, we're going to quarter it lengthwise and then slice it. When you're slicing an onion, you always leave the top on, the little hairy end. You leave that on. Then we quarter it this way, or you could thinly slice it across. Then you turn it sideways, and that top keeps the onion together until you're done slicing or chopping. So then we're going to take our sweet onions and peppers, and we're going to throw them in the pan. And then we're going to spice up our sauce with crushed red pepper flake. And we're going to throw in a little garlic once the peppers and onions cook out. This little doohickey is called a truffle shaver. I use it to shave the garlic Paulie thin. If you ever saw Goodfellas, you'll get the reference. When they're all in jail and Paulie uses his razor blade to cut the garlic. Well, this does that if Paulie's not at your house and he can't help you. So I'm going to get the onions going, add our sweet peppers, get the garlic in there. When we come back, we'll add all the liquids. You're going to need white or red wine. We're going to add that to the sauce. Some tomato paste, or I prefer sun-dried tomato paste, a little oregano, crushed tomatoes, and then I have a secret ingredient I'll tell you about when you come back.
You eat well and take the highest dose statin you can to lower your LDL bad cholesterol. but still aren't getting where you need to be. It can be a real struggle. Now there's a different way to reduce LDL and get on the path to dramatically lower numbers with Repatha. Repatha works differently from your statin to help clear LDL. When taken every 2 weeks, Repatha plus the highest dose statin drove down LDL on average 71% more than a statin alone and 63% when taken once a month.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha may cause serious allergic reactions. Signs include redness, severe rash or itching, swollen face, or trouble breathing. Most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
Repatha is now FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. Visit repatha.com.
I was born this way. Always misunderstood because I'm different. People assumed because I'm green, I'm wicked. I discovered that by using my brain, my courage, and my heart, one day even I could defy them all.
January is Fire Safety Month on ABC7. ABC7's Operation 7 Save a Life campaign is determined to keep your family safe, and these tips can help. Never leave a hot appliance unattended. Check your smoke detector and carbon monoxide detectors today. Change the batteries twice a year. Together, let's keep our families safe. Go to ABC7NY for more tips.
Watch Operation 7 Save a Life, January 27th at 7. Sponsored by New York Presbyterian and Toyota.
Talk to us.
New York's best problem solvers fight for you and get results. Call or email 7 on your side for help. And we're always listening on social media because Channel 7 is on your side.
Closed captioning is brought to you by... As the one who's always trapped beneath the duvet, I'm begging you, take Gas X. Your tossing and turning isn't restlessness, it's gas. Gas X relieves pressure, bloating, and discomfort in minutes, so we can all sleep easier tonight.
Hate changing your cat's litter? Then change your cat's litter to Arm & Hammer Slide. The amazing litter that slides out without scraping or scrubbing and guarantees a 7-day odor-free home. So slide on over to Arm & Hammer.
So we're making our Pizzaiola sauce that you could throw up on a steak, but we're making Philly steaks today. So we have shaved extremely thin slices of boneless ribeye, one of the most flavorful cuts of meat. No matter how thick or thin you cut it, it is delicious. Maybe my all-time fave. In the pan, in olive oil, of course, we're cooking out sweet roasted peppers, sweet onion, lots of very thinly sliced garlic. I put a lid on this, and I just keep shaking it to kind of force it along a little quicker. And you put salt in anything, of course, it draws the liquid out. So if you salt your veggies liberally, they will start to sweat, and all the liquids will come out. Once you get these sweat down and they're a little soft, we're going to add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of red pepper flake. Whenever you're using dried herbs and spices, always grind them in the palm of your hand a little to wake them up. A little oregano, sun-dried tomato paste, or tomato paste, whichever you prefer. I love the tang of sun-dried tomato. Whenever you're using tomato paste, guys, you need to wake it up. It's been in a tube for a while. So stir it around until you can smell it, until it's very fragrant. And let it cook out a little bit, get the heat on it. Then you're going to add dry red or white wine. This is a very affordable grape, Netto d'Avola. It's a Sicilian red. Very inexpensive and flavorful and delicious with this meal, actually. But if you prefer white, that's fine. A little splash of wine in there. I like the acidity of it. Because we're using this to top Philly steaks, we don't need a ton of tomato, so a small can of tomato. If I was making a larger portion of this to toss with pasta and put on steak, I would bump this up and do a 28-ounce can. This is just a 14-ounce of diced or crushed. And then for me, the secret ingredient is to take a little, like you put on your hoagies when you get Philly cheesesteaks. You take a little Italian hot pickled cherry peppers or hoagie spread. I know, and you add a little bit of those pickled peppers and a little splash of the brine at the end. Delicious. Ridiculous. So a little pickled hot pepper, just a splash of the brine. Done. That's your secret ingredient. Okay, now for the steaks, you put up a big old griddle or grill pan on the flat side if you have the choice. You get it really hot, really hot. Cast iron, if you love meat, you're kind of a meat and potatoes sort of a person, you really need to invest in a good cast iron skillet and a good cast iron flat griddle. This is the preferred surface for most all of the chefs I know, and the foremost authority on beef is Chef Adam Perry Lane. This is the preferred method for cooking meat as opposed to the outdoor grill. Why? Because a completely flat surface means that every single bit of that piece of protein is getting immediately caramelization of the sugars. When you cook on a grill that has lines, only where the lines touch are you getting that color. Color equals flavor in cooking. So what you're gonna do is work very quickly. Let me get some tongs. You're gonna move, just like the guys when you're standing on line in Philly, right, at Geno's. You're gonna put your high temperature cooking oil. It's gonna smoke up, don't freak out. You're gonna throw on a lot of that shaved steak and then start moving it with your tongs once it caramelizes. Sprinkle it liberally with salt and pepper and then start tossing it around and cutting it up with the edge of your big old spatula. Oh my God, it smells amazing in here. I'm gonna take a quick break and season these guys up. Come on back and we'll build our Phillies.
When my smile's bright, I feel ready to shine. Some whitening toothpaste only remove surface stains. Colgate Optic White High Impact White is different. It has hydrogen peroxide to whiten 4 shades for a visibly whiter smile. Trust your smile to Colgate Optic White.
Did you know you don't have to get your glasses where you get your eyes examined? At VisionWorks, we have the most frames of anyone. So bring us your prescription and find a pair of glasses that fit your style and your budget. It's all about helping you be a better you. VisionWorks.
So you like to cook. And you're curious about meal kits. But don't know where to start. All you have to do is... Oh, you're already done. With Home Chef, get fresh ingredients and easy-to-follow recipes delivered weekly for delicious meals in about 30 minutes. Visit homechef.com for $30 off your first order.
They appear out of nowhere, my secret visitors.
Hallucinations and delusions, the unknown parts of living with Parkinson's.
The plots they unfold, but only in my mind.
Over 50% of people with Parkinson's will experience hallucinations or delusions during the course of their disease. If your loved one is experiencing these symptoms, talk to your Parkinson's specialist. There are treatment options that can help.
My visitors should be the ones I want to see.
How clean do you feel after going to the bathroom? Let's ask the experts.
I feel as clean as a little white tiny kitten.
That's because only Cottonelle has clean ripple texture designed to clean better. How Cottonelle do you feel?
Looking to lose weight this year? Try FDA-approved Ally. For every 5 pounds you lose, Ally can help you lose 2 to 3 more by preventing about 25% of the fat you eat from being absorbed. For the only FDA-approved OTC weight loss aid, try Ally.
There are certain things that make New York, well, New York. Like Health First. We're here for you with the help you need to choose the right health insurance plan for you, your family, or your small business. As New Yorkers ourselves, we know the value of $1 and have options for every budget, including plans with $0 monthly premiums and $0 deductibles. With our plans, you can access doctors and hospitals near you in New York and on Long Island. Plus, you can get benefits such as low-cost prescriptions by mail, dental and vision care, and 24/7 access to doctors by video chat or phone. At Health First, we've been providing quality plans for more than 20 years, which is why more than 1 million New Yorkers count on us. So think of us first. Health First. Call 1-888-974-4350. Don't wait. Enrollment ends soon. Health First.
here for you.
Hey guys, want free tickets to our show? Head on over to our website to be part of our live studio audience. Okay guys, Isabel is gonna love me today because mommy smells like meat right off the grill. I smell like jerky at this point. So basically on our Screamin' Hot griddle, we took shaved, boneless ribeye, tossed it around with high temperature cooking oil. That means oil you can see through. The lighter the color, the higher the temp. Screaming hot cast iron surface. Throw the meat on there, quick cook it with a little salt and pepper. And I just toss it around with tongs till it's got this beautiful reddish brown color all over and those crispy edges. Then I've turned this off. Cast iron also holds the heat. The second it's no longer bright red on the second side, turn this off because it'll get overcooked. Here's how we roll. You take smoked mozzarella cheese or scaramorza and a hunk of provolone. Shred them up. Open up your hoagie roll. Put in some shredded prove and smoked mozz. Then we gotta melt that down, right? So we're gonna take some hot pizzaiola sauce with the hot and sweet peppers and the onions and garlic. Gonna put a little ham in there. Then we're going to top it with some of our Screamin' Hot steak. And then a little more of your Pizzaiola sauce. Come on! All right. Big ol' shout out to our neighbors in the city of brotherly love. One of many reasons we love you, Philly, is that you gave us the cheesesteak. Shout out to my buddy Geno.